So now that I know that I have Minnie as my really big hammer, then I can save her for when it matters. Like, right when Giant gets to the bridge. Oh, I got 5 gold. Oh my gosh. I broke. Let's do this. Because what I'm going to try to do is sneak Minnie in right there. And then we're going to play Giant in front of Musketeer. So they have to answer to... Okay, that's really good. Yeah. We protected Musketeer, and then now, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Musketeer has been safe this whole time. Still safe. She's going to get hits on the tower. This is exactly what we wanted. Yeah. I mean, now we have like a massive advantage. Because all we did was just make sure that Musketeer was as safe as possible. I'm going to play Knight first. Okay. We'll play Spirigoblins. That's going to force them to play arrows if they have it. Then we'll get rid of minions. Okay, I'm going to play arrows here because of the archers. Okay. And then now I can play Musketeer in the back. They really have to answer all this. Musketeer can't really do it. I'll play archers over here to take care of the minions. And then... I should have enough to get Giant up there. Yep. Okay. And again, they play Knight right in front. That's exactly what we want, because Knight will be gone, and then archers will be gone, and then we get the tower. And then here comes Minnie with 2 Musketeers. And that should be it. She's gonna smack Musketeer, and that's a game. Yep. Okay, so we get the 200 gold. Okay. So we can upgrade minions, or we can bring in another card instead. I'm thinking we're bringing Cage, because that gives us a building to work with. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring in Cage. That gives us a building, because minions were just being used as a... It's kind of like a cycle card, just a throwaway. And I can get that from skeletons or, whatever, whatever spirit we get eventually. But Cage is a building, so I don't have a building right now. That'll help in distraction if it gets really tight with, a giant or some like a prince out of nowhere. Yeah. And you were saying that Prince elects at Arena 7. Yeah. So, yeah, somebody was, they were sandbagging like hell. Alright, so let's upgrade this. Okay, so archers is really the only one I gotta worry about at the moment. But I think we'll be okay. So let's keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna play archers first. Okay, really gotta get rid of Knight so that they can go to Mini. Okay, that's good. That's good. And now I'll bring Musketeer to back up everybody here. Okay, so whatever Musketeer gets out of it, we're good. Okay, so we have the advantage right now. Now, if I can't think of anything to do, then I'm probably just gonna play Cage. No, I'm gonna try to steal some. HP. See what they do. I got one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Let's do this. Get rid of her. And now they have to answer the mini. They don't. That's the tower. Okay, we may have to trade here. No, we ended up in the advantage. So that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna play Spirit Goblins over here. Ooh, okay. Now this is really working. So that's one thing that a lot of people will try to do is that they'll try to split the offense, but what happens is when you split the offense, you also split the defense. And that doesn't work. Because one mistake and that's the game. So now I can put everybody over here. And I don't care what they do over on the left side. Right now it's about we just have to make sure one tower is safe and we're good. And they missed on the mini, and mini's gonna get like a massive amount of hits. That's exactly what we want. Okay, let's just finish this off. And they're completely ignoring Giant, which is fine, but yeah. So, there is one thing I wanted to highlight about that game here. Did we get to... Oh, no. Okay. There is one thing I wanted to highlight about this game. So, I think it was right here. So, I wanted to steal some HP, but clearly I thought that I would get more than one hit or 2 hits from there. Okay, so they go with the split attack. Now I have a building, but it's only going to go after one of them. I can't really... Well, if I put it right at the river, it's going to attract both of them, but it's going to break early. Then it just comes a matter of which way I brought it, and then it goes after that person. Ideally, I probably would have put it on left center of the river. If I was to put it at the river, it would be left center to go after Musketeer, because that way Musketeer would be safe. I could bring Mini on the right side and then just kind of prevent the Giant from just running through, because the Giant guarantee will get to the tower. That's all it would do. It would just go to the tower. Musketeer has to deal with troops ahead of getting to the tower. So that's most likely why I would have played it on the left there. The problem with my opponent doing this is that if I even stop one of these, then it's going to create an opportunity on that side. And it's not even about like, oh, one's a level 5, one's a level 4, and I'm going to pick the level 5 one or the level 4 one. No, it's... They would have done better with playing Giant in the back, or at least starting Giant away from the bridge, and then walking it up with Musketeer in the back. You've seen the last couple of games I've done, where I've walked a Giant in front of a Musketeer, and then making sure the Musketeer doesn't get hit to where Musketeer is the one that does damage. I think I talked about this last week, where it's really about, like, you know, if Giant gets damaged, it's great, but if Musketeer gets damaged, that's the key right there. So I've already smacked Musketeer off of the board here, and now I can focus on taking care of this Giant, and whatever Mini does on the left side, that's fine, you know, because if they even deal with Mini on the left side, they're not even going to help the Giant on the right side. And we just need to make sure that we get rid of Giant here, and then if nothing happens after that, the board resets, and then we can get ready for whatever we want to do after that. So they decide to go with helping Giant instead of taking care of Mini. And Mini's about to score a touchdown. Like, untouched, no penalties on the field. And this is the benefit of having Cage, is that it becomes an attacker right away. So I have 3 attackers on here. You know, they're doing some damage on the tower, but that's totally fine. You know, I'm willing to accept that, especially now because you see Minnie is going right at the tower, untouched. And now I can create, not only did I get a tower, now I have a push. So this just worked out like 10 times better than I even thought it would end up being. They decided to go for the sneak attack, but that makes no sense because you have to play defense. You lost the tower. You have to play defense. You can't just say, "Oh, okay, I'm going to go for it and try to tie the game right here." That made no sense. Like, that knight is just in no man's land, and it's gone. And that was the game right there. Now I don't have to do anything, and the game is over. So I did want to bring that up before I got to before I kept going here. If you can stop one of their attacks and then figure out, you know, which way they want to go from there, then yeah, they're safe. They split their attack, and that made no sense. I just didn't understand, but, you know, take advantage of it, and that was the game. Because they had to decide, are you going to go answer to that Mini, or are you going to help Giant out? And they decided to help Giant out, and it didn't work out.